Thanks for making the time to take the #1 patient interaction assessment. Now let's find out your results. Hi, I'm Jessica Gruber. I have been designing and developing websites for physicians and other industries for 8+ years. And in these years, I've helped respective doctors grow their practice by really understanding their market. I noticed one big issue coming up time and time again. People would say, Jessica, I'd love to have a website that connects and educates my patients, but the technology is always changing. I'm not even sure how to keep up. I know I want a patient-centered website, but where do I even begin? And that led me down the path of creating this assessment so you can get instant clarity about your next step to creating a patient-centered website that is easy to interact with. After all, your website is most likely your first interaction with your patient. So let's get to your results. Based on what you've told me, your next step would most likely be to install tracking software such as Google Analytics. Did you know that 70 to 80% of patients research a new physician before scheduling an appointment? This next step allows you to see what this 70 to 80% of patients are doing on your website, what's most important to them, what pages they're exiting on, and what pages interest them the most. To get this started, head over to Google Analytics and create an account. Once the account is created, you will verify your domain. Once complete, Google Analytics will give you a tracking code to integrate into your website so you can see what is actually happening on your website. This step will start allowing you to see where you need to make tweaks, where you need to be more active, and where you are losing your visitors. In case you're curious, the other next steps to take were creating a Google My Business page with reputation management, updating an outdated website, and speaking directly to your ideal patient. But the one I recommend you consider starting with, based on the little I know about you from the assessment, would be focusing installing a tracking software so you can start gearing your website to be more patient-centered. Having this clarity can be hugely helpful when you're ready to take your online experience to the next level. So you're now clear on what your next step is to focus on creating a patient-centered website. And that's definitely put you in an awesome position. You now have a path to create an optimal first patient interaction with your practice. But there is one big mistake most physicians make at this very step in the process. And it breaks my heart because it can take years to discover this avoidance mistake. And during that time, it can cost you in so many ways, between time, money, and stress. And knowing that you're possibly missing the connection to the one person who really needed you. You've probably heard that most alternative practices struggle to keep doors open, and the single biggest reason why all comes down to one big mistake. And all comes to the single most important question you need to make before starting your website. And the decision is not how. It's not how to build, how to create, or how to decide what technology is to use. It's actually who. As in, who should you serve? In other words, your ideal patient. Most people spend all their time on the what and almost no time on the who. The who is the single most important decision you need to make before creating a website, and in fact, any marketing material you create. And you have to get this right, because your who is the foundation for which all other things in your practice is built. When I finished a client's alternative medicine website, we found out quickly that they were receiving 20 to 55 unique visitors to their website a day. I realized the single biggest mistake alternative medicine practitioners were making with their websites when it comes to patient interaction. And after researching and interviewing several alternative practitioners, I gained even more insight on why patients have a difficult time finding and connecting with the alternative medicine practices. And it came down to positioning and information on their website. And that is why my mission is to get as many alternative medicine practitioners online correctly so that you can get back to what you are best at, healing the world naturally. And because you've taken the time to go through this assessment here today, I want to give you the opportunity to get instant access to a one-on-one complimentary 30-minute discovery session that's available for the next 24 hours when you click the button below, right here, right now. This complimentary session is not something that is offered on demand, but because you've taken this assessment, I want to give it to you when you take action here today. So all you need to do now is click the button right here on this page and schedule a time that works for you. Go ahead and do this right here, right now. See you on the other side.